What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, I want to give a big shout out to the brother Elijah Merritt for the $50 donation via the Cash App. Much respect to him for showing love. Longtime subscriber, been subscribed to the platform since 2015. Big time Golden State Warriors fan. All right, so I know you guys have heard that the Los Angeles Lakers, according to reports, are looking to hire Dan Hurley. Dan Hurley, of course, is the coach of UConn, who have been a dynasty team as of late. I think they won 2 championships in a row, 2 national men's college basketball championships in a row, and several overall, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not as big a follower as college basketball as I used to be, but I think they won 2 in a row. Dan Hurley has always expressed an interest in being a professional coach and wanting to coach the Lakers or one of the premier franchises. And the Lakers have been interested, and they've been communicating. He is the front runner now, and they're willing to give him a record-breaking contract. And that is a big new development, considering that over the last several weeks, I would say, the rumors have been that Redick was the lead candidate to be the head coach of the Lakers. But what I think has happened, and shout out to the brother Ticket TV, shout out to Pastor Rufus, they were talking about this earlier. I think what's going on is that you look at the power of social media. You have so many bloggers and vloggers who are Laker fans or just basketball observers who have a problem with a guy like Redick, who has absolutely no coaching experience, becoming the head coach of a franchise like the Lakers. He was a middling player, and he just retired back in September 2021. He's already on the A-list team of ESPN's announcing crew with Mike Breen and Doris Burke. So you're trying to already give this guy a coaching experience, a coaching job that he hasn't earned, and not just any coaching job, but one of the most prestigious franchises. And he's not even an alumni of that franchise. No, he's not even an alumni, like a great player or even a beloved player of the Lakers. Never won a Lakers jersey. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if it's Jerry West or somebody, or Kareem or Magic or somebody, Cooper. Redick? Nah. Then you're looking at this trend lately where you got coaches like, J.B. Bickerstaff being fired. Somehow his fans expect him to win a series against the first-seeded 64-win Boston Celtics, even though the team was without the services of Donovan Mitchell the last 2 games of that series, without Jared Allen that entire series and most of the playoffs, and without Karis LeVert, I believe, for that series. But somehow he was supposed to beat that team without those guys, 3 of your best players. Unbelievable. But as I said before, Quinn Snyder gets to lose. Quinn Snyder gets to win 31 games a year or whatever the case may be with Atlanta Hawks, and nobody says anything. There was even reports that Mike Brown was in danger of losing his position with the Sacramento Kings, who haven't done anything since the Chris Webber, Vlade Divac era. But, people like Brian Keefe, who have a 10-38 interim record, get signed and nobody cares. Nobody cares if they're losing. It's unbelievable. So, this morning I was very, very happy about this. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think J.J. Redick deserves that position. And also, I was happy because maybe this will be a way for LeBron James to be out of that organization. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this was a sign that they're willing to move on, and they want, you can't build your team around a 40-year-old player. Plus, there are reports that Anthony Davis was not too keen on the J.J. Redick being the head coach. But then something dawned on me. What if Dan Hurley does become the head coach, but as a compromise, JJ Redick is an assistant of his. Now, I don't see why he would do that. I can't see JJ Redick, though, stepping down from the position he's in just to be an assistant coach. You know, that thought entered my head, but then I said, nah, I don't know if he'll step down from, you know, his position where he is now unless he's the head guy. You know what I'm saying? I can't see that. So at the end of the day, hopefully, LeBron Ramon James is done in LA. You know what I'm saying? Let him go to Cleveland and lose, or let him go to, you know what I'm saying? Let him go to Phoenix. Whatever the combination is, whether it's him, KD, or Booker, or whatever the case may be, Beal, KD, and him, whatever the case may be, I think Bradley Beal has a no trade clause. So look, it's time for the NBA, it's time for the media to move on from that guy. Okay, he wants attention. He keeps trying to interject himself into the current storylines. And at this point, he's irrelevant. He's irrelevant. He's becoming irrelevant. And, you know, at the end of the day, the NBA and the media need to move on. And the signs that they're moving on from him is that for the first time, you're starting to see him getting criticized. And that could be pressure from us because, you know what I'm saying, we've been saying for a while, man, this guy can do whatever he wants and there's no pushback. But the fact that there's starting to be pushback now shows you that a lot of these guys are tiring of him. They're tiring of, you know, the pressure of always trying to kiss this dude's butt. And, you know, like I said, I love it. I love that now we're watching the playoffs and they're actually talking about the playoff games and not constantly talking about this guy 24/7, as was the case from, man, much of the last, I would say 6-7 years has been the case. But now they're starting to move on. And that's such a good thing. Such a good thing, man. But, you know, I hope Dan Hurley takes the position. I'd like to see what he does. I think he's a great, great coach. You know, I know a lot of college basketball coaches don't necessarily make great NBA coaches, but I think he might be an exception. And that's just my take on that, man. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully, you know, Laker fans, they're done with this guy. But anyway, you know, when I say that guy, I'm talking about you know who. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.